Lucid Gaming here, back with another tutorial, even though this is my first tutorial. I just wanted to start this tutorial off by letting you guys know that I'm not responsible for any damages caused to absolutely anything when doing this. Okay, let's get right into it, shall we? So, this is how you wire a computer power supply to work with a car amp. Now, first thing you're going to want to note is that you need a power supply that will be powerful enough to power your car amp, or else it won't work. So, what you want to do, I've already done it, you got to take off all the connectors, okay? Now, you have to look in your wiring diagram for this, because sometimes it's different, but for me, yellow is power and black is ground. For you, it could be green or red for power. I have no clue. Look it up by yourself. I'm not responsible for anything. So, first thing you need to do, there is a green wire. There's usually only one. You got to find out, again, which wire it is for you. Now, you got to take only one of the grounds from your whole system. Now, what you need to do is you need to take these two and tie them together, just like this. There. So, what this does is allows the box to turn on. That used to be connected to a sensor in the motherboard that only sent power once you turned on the once you tried to turn on the computer. If you don't connect these two, your power supply probably will not work. Now, I'm not going to be completely positive if this is green. It might be different for you. You're just going to tuck that out of the way now. Once you got yours set up, just going to tuck that out of the way. So you're going to want to get all your power wires together. Now what you're going to do is you're going to strip each and every single one of them so you have bare copper. I'm not going to do that on video because it takes too much time. Now once you have them all stripped, you're going to take the bare copper ends and you're going to have either a 12 volt or a power in your amp over here. Not sure if you can see that. So you're going to have a remote and a 12 volt or a positive 12 volt or a ground and a ground. And this can either say positive 12 volt or power. It'll say something like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your power wires and you're going to group them all together, and you're going to take the whole strand of copper that you got, as much as you can, and you're going to put it into the 12 volt ground, the 12 volt. You're going to take all your ground wires, you're going to put them together like that, and you're going to put that in your ground. As for this little jumper wire here, that's stuck in there, whatever. So, as for your little jumper wire here, what this does is it allows the amp to turn on. This amp will not turn on unless there is power going to the remote part of this setup. Now, what you want to do is make this wire as short as possible to eliminate the risk of lots of resistance. If you're uncomfortable with only using one, or you have a really powerful amplifier, you might want to put multiple of these in your amp so you don't risk anything breaking and blowing fuses and catching on fire or anything like that, or melting. Once you do all this, you're going to tape up your wires, these two sets of wires. You're going to tape them up, make them look all pretty. You're going to hook them up, and then that's all you really need to do. Once you got to make sure that you have this tied, has to be a ground, and the sensor wire, they have to be tied together. You don't have to worry about any of these other wires. I already have them electrical taped and out of the way because they're not needed. These two wires aren't needed at all. Just the sensor wire, the power, and the ground. When you put all this together and you move all these wires out of the way, the only wires that you need, you can tape all these to the side of the box, like out of the way. And you have these two sets of wires. So this is going to go into one side here, at least the way I've going to go into like this side. I can't actually get it in there, but it's going to go on this side. And then you're going to put all these on the other side, all the power wires, once you strip them and put them together. And all the ground wires are going to go into the ground. And that's basically how you wire a car amp. I will be coming back with a demo of how you do this. Okay, so once you've stripped all your wires and tied them all together, this is kind of what it should look like. You can tape all these wires out of the way, even the sensor wire. The only two wires that need to be left loose are the power wire and the ground wires. I put that there, don't worry about it, it's still ground. So, now what you're going to need to do, next step, is for me to go get a screwdriver. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so once you've gotten all your wires stripped and you've gotten them all tied together, this is kind of what it should look like. All your other wires taped out of the way, your sensor wires, all the extra wires you don't need. The only wires that should be loose are your power wires and your ground wires. Now, what you're going to want to do is put your power wires in the 12 volt or the power slot, whichever it says. It'll say one or the other. You're gonna screw that nice and tight. You're only gonna want to tighten just a little bit at this moment because you need to put the remote wire in, or else, like I said, the amp will not turn on. So once you tighten that down, you have your power wires in, and you have your little tiny jumper going from the remote to the 12 volt. What you're going to want to do is take your ground wire and put it in the ground slot, just like that. Now you are ready to plug in your power supply. This is legit. Just plug it in. And you're going to turn it on. Fan spins up, and there's a green light right there telling you it's working. So this is what it should look like when it's all finished and all hooked up. Make sure you have a green light right there, kind of hard to see. Now we're going to give you a little demo on my two 12-inch subwoofers over here. So just take a listen to that. Okay, so that's going to be all for this video, and thank you for watching, and have a good day.